Hello everybody, I'm trying to record some footage just to showcase some tips that I found out in my 20 hours of playing the game, whatever, 20, 25 hours. So there's actually these beacons of light in the sky that you can see all over the map. This is on every map usually. And if it is a white beacon, it means it's a generator that the clowns have not powered on. And I believe this serves as a purpose for you to know that there's no lackeys in the area that are going to alert the clown where you're at. So if you see these white beacons, you're kind of safe to go there. No one's going to be over there. However, when the clowns power it up, the beacon turns pink. So when they put a cocoon into the beacon area, you don't really have to pay attention to that, but it's there to warn you, you know. I think the mainly important one though is the resurrection machine. When it is powered off, it will have a red beacon. It looks like it's over there. When it's powered off, it will have a red beacon. You want to make sure you're like looking up in the sky because there it is right over there. It has a big red beacon, and when it is able to be used, like there's people that are dead, a timer starts, and then once that timer is done, it'll turn blue. And so if you see a blue beacon, that means that's the resurrection machine. It is ready for you to power. You can use it to revive your friends, all stuff like that. The other very important thing that you're going to want to have, if I can zoom in here, is the mini map. The mini map shows all of your friends that are in your range, but it also shows friends that are out of range. And I'm not quite sure if there is a limited range to it. When you have the resurrection machine, like you've discovered it, it'll appear as a heart on the mini map. So if you see what it is now, it has a heart. So you always want to like make sure you go up to the resurrection machine and like discover it, because then it will forever show up on the minimap. Even if you're looking away, if you see at the bottom of the minimap, it's still showcasing the heart with the little red dot, meaning it's not active yet. The dot will turn blue when it is ready. But now you know, you go over there, you make sure you just have it, and then it will be tracked on your map. And I believe the only way to track people is if you've interacted with them. So as I find more of these other bots, they'll start popping up on the minimap. Like the one that I just walked by, that one is now forever marked on the minimap. Now, there is going to be another question mark over here, and I believe this is the meeting place. This is the meeting point. Now that it is tracked, it'll show up on the actual video. In the map, you see, even if I go away from it, you can still forever find the meeting point. So later on in the game, if you want to find a place to meet up with your friends, you can go there. Also, you see on the map now, the beacon has turned blue because somebody has died, and the heart has a green thing. I thought it was going to turn blue. I guess it turns green, but the beacon turns blue. If you see now, here, you see the bot, you can see their name lit up. Once they reach outside of 30 meters, you will no longer see their name. You will have to use the minimap to track them. There you go. That's everything there. Another extra thing, though, we should probably zoom in here, is the exit gates up top. So one thing you want to take advantage of already, of course, is the tab feature. It lets you know what exits have been used. However, you can also use the top up here to see what exit gates are open. Oh, no. Okay. So once you've discovered it, it pops up in the tab menu. So you see, for escape portal, it tells you how much progress it has. For the bomb shelter, it tells you the progress, but I haven't seen the gate, so it does not tell me how much progress the gate has, but it tells me the progress of the boat. So if you want to keep track of the exits, you have to make sure you've at least discovered it. So it seems a lot of this stuff is based off discovery. I actually, just starting this now, I had no clue that you had to find the teammates to be able to track them on the map. So maybe that is the whole purpose of going to the meeting zone, is if everybody meets up at the meeting zone, then you are all permanently tracked. You can track each other for the rest of the game. And that is super helpful if you can track your teammates. The other stuff, obviously, in terms of auras are, if you see a purple cocoon, it means your teammate is trapped in there and you need to free them. Other than that, I think it's fine. Okay, now for the gameplay aspect of everything, if you're in the endgame scenario, you want to make sure that you have an energy drink, because the ice cream truck can spawn on multiple sides of the map. Like, it could spawn all the way over there, or it could spawn all the way over there. And in 30 seconds, you're not going to be able to make it if you're sitting at one side just waiting for it to open. You can if you want to get lucky, but if you want to be consistent, even in the tutorial, it says to wait in the center of the map. It might be better to wait here, Actually, no, I think it can open up over there too. Uh, Basically, what I usually do, if you're in this situation, I try to find an energy drink. I wait out the timer to 30 seconds, and then you drink it right before 30 seconds. You drink it around like 35 seconds, and then you sprint to wherever the ice cream truck spawns. This will almost 100% of the time get you there on time. You just might have to deal with some clowns. If they have a lure or something, you might be fucked. But you should be fine if you can run past them, even if they're using their cotton candy guns. So it's very nice to be able to do that for late game. I'm going to showcase also on the screen in a second. You'll see the hit stun times of every weapon, so you can kind of decide what weapons you want to be using or holding on to. Any weapon that has a sharp aspect to it, like the axe or the knife or the poker, it does not stun the clowns when you hit them, whether it's a headshot or a body shot, it will not stun them. But the trade-off is these objects can free you from the cocoon. It's not just the knife, the axe, and the poker can do this as well. And if it comes to the blunt weapons like the bat, they actually do have stun times. It's very little, but it's a 1 second stun time. And the thing that makes this extremely strong is you can spam it. So you can stun lock the clowns. I'm not sure if this is going to get balance changed, because they said there's going to be some weapon balancing coming up. And it seems like you can basically 1v1 clowns when you have a weapon like that can hit stun. So if you have a frying pan, bat, a pipe, even the stick will stun them. Stuns them for 1 second, but you swing so fast that 1 second just keeps stacking up. The guns don't stun. We've tested that. The balls do stun, but you have to hit a headshot, I believe, with the balls. If you hit a headshot with the balls, it's a 3 second stun, and if you hit a body shot, it's 1 second. The brick is mainly what you want to use for throwing things, though. The brick does a 5 second headshot stun, which is very strong. I actually got stunned for 7 seconds once with a brick, and I think it was just because it was someone with the tough class where they have maximum strength. So maybe strength has something to do with affecting the stun timers. But 5 seconds seems to be the default, and then 3 seconds body shot is how long the brick will stun. You can also headshot the clowns with a flare throw, and it will stun them for 3 seconds. We just found that out. I think that's pretty funny. In terms of healing items, if you're carrying like a bunch of food on you, you're not going to want to keep your inventory full of like 3 burgers if you can find a med kit, because a med kit is your entire health. It'll bring you back to full health from any items, or from any percentage. So if you are carrying like 2 burgers, you find a med kit, then just take the med kit, drop the burgers. You generally want to keep an energy drink on you because you never know when you're going to get caught, but you also don't want to be slow walking around the map because that is very inefficient for how limited time you have. So you are going to be consuming stamina getting places, and you won't always be prepared for a clown encounter because they could always just teleport right on top of you, and you have to start a chase. So my general loadout is a sharp weapon that you can break free from, a blunt weapon so you can stun them, and then an energy drink and a med kit. That's probably going to be your safest bet for survival. Obviously you won't be able to find these and you'll have to use the weaker weapons, but just use this the best you can. Try to get some sort of loadout similar to that. Some of the last things before I die, in terms of the sharp objects, the knife is the best because you can keep it hidden. Even if you have the poker or the axe, the clowns can see it on your back. So if you put it away to try and hide it, they'll still know you can break free from a cocoon, and then they can choose to kill you instead of cocooning you because they see the axe or the poker on your back. But the knife, they cannot see. It's in your inventory. So the knife is the best sharp weapon to use. Well, that's the other thing about the escape items. You don't need to worry about the escape items as much because you only need to hold on to, I think, 3 of them. If you're using gas, the gas doesn't actually take up an inventory slot. You can actually hold on to the gas and bring it wherever you want, and then you just have to drop it. The trade-off for holding the gas is you can't switch to your other items, but that's fine. Generally, you don't want to be holding on to something like the spark plug and the key card for the bunker because they don't go together. You know, the spark plug goes to the boat or the portal, and then the key card just goes to the bunker. So if you find 2 spark plugs, you would want to hold on to both because that means you have everything you need for the portal. If you find gas in a spark plug, you have everything for the boat. So you do want to hold on to that stuff. But you don't want to hold on to a gate key and then a spark plug and then another spark plug. Just have multiple exits What you can do is if you find the gate key, you can bring it to the gate and drop off the key so people later have an easier time using that escape. But that's so what I'll usually do if I find gas or I find the key card. You can't do the key card until you get rid of the cotton candy, or you can't put on the gas till you get rid of the cotton candy. So you'll drop the cotton candy, or you'll drop the gas next to the place, and you'll drop the key card just so you don't lose it if you get chased away and you die. So I think it's better to drop the items off at the escape routes for later, even if you're not going to use that escape. Because for everybody to win, or for everybody to escape, you need to use a minimum of 3 exits. Because only 3 people can escape per exit. So if all 7 of you are going to escape, you need to activate 3 exits. So you need to make sure you're using the exits as efficiently as possible. You don't want to leave your teammates behind if you can avoid it. If you're on the boat and like 2 clowns are coming, obviously you're going to have to leave. There's still 4 exits for a reason. I'm sure you could get some other people out. But generally, if you can, you want to make sure you always escape with 3 teammates. Even if you're waiting around, you can try and activate a flare to show them that there's an exit there. They will run to you, then you can escape. If there's more than 3, you won't be able to leave, but maybe anybody that is escaping, you should drop your items, so that way anybody who tries to go to that escape can at least have good items, because once you escape, it takes all the items with you out of the map. So you want to drop any good weapons or anything, because you're not going to be in the fight anymore. So you can drop it for other people that are going to be in the lobby still, so they have a better chance of surviving. I also generally don't tend to leave if I find the escape route really early on, because I want to help my other teammates escape, so I'll try and free them from cocoons, or use the resurrection machine, or try and, you know, just kill some clowns while they're chasing other people, or even start another exit entirely. Anything will help your teammates. Just 3 people escaping isn't considered a win, because you have to have the majority. The odd number makes it so if 4 people die, the clowns win, because only 3 escape. And if 3 people die, then the humans win. It's just barely a win for each side. And I honestly, most of the matches are like that. You either see the clowns or the humans barely winning. And I don't know if that's just because the game is brand new, or if it means there is some semblance of balance. But it seems like it's pretty evened out. You can try to get your whole team out. That is a lot harder, because there will always be the weaker links. And I'll quickly show this if you guys want to see this. This is the stun times for all weapons. We tested it in a private lobby. Headshot, body shot, BS is body shot. Or headshot is headshot. Alright, and BS is body shot, sorry. This is everything all summarized in one. You can pause the video and then look at this. That way you have it all. The guns do not stun. The sharp objects do not stun. Thrown objects and blunt weapons do. That's the summary. I hope that's everything you need to know. From aura reading to beacons to minimap to discovering everything. Basically, to track things, you need to discover them, and it's the same way with clowns. They can only teleport across to places that they have already been that match. So if you want to be able to track your teammates, you have to meet up with them. If you want to track the exit gates, you have to find them. If you want to track the resurrection machine, you have to go to it, and they do have the beacon to assist with that, so that's a bit easier. But that's pretty much everything. Other than playing better, you always want to aim for the head. Obviously, have a healing item on you. If you need to pick up escape route items, I would drop the healing item and even the sprinting stuff, depending on what class you are. If you're athletic, you should keep the energy drink on you and drop the weapons, because you're not going to really want to be fighting. You have really low strength. But if you're the tough guy and you can't run, you are going to want to keep those weapons on you so you can fight back. Because if you're going to take up 2 slots for escape route items, I would keep at least 2 weapons on you. Because by the time it takes to down 1 clown, sure, you're going to be able to down them, but you're not going to be able to pop their nose and finish them off. So, and then they'll come back up at full health, and you'll kind of be screwed. So, you want to make sure you have 2 weapons on you at least, or at least an energy drink. And if you're just carrying the energy drink, it lets you have a little bit more leniency with another thing. You could probably have like a gun on you or something, just not carry the ammo. And this is another thing, just a quick thing. I know this is more basic, but to do the boat, you need to find gas and a spark plug, and obviously get rid of the cotton candy. To do the bunker, you need to find gas and a key card. You can actually put the gas in even with the cotton candy still attached, because it's not actually covering that part. And then you can do the key card after you get rid of the cotton candy as well. And then for the portal, you need to get rid of all the cotton candy and put in 2 spark plugs. But the gate is actually where it's really tricky, and this is like the #1 noob killer escape route. You need a key, but that's the only special item you need. Any melee weapon can do the second part. You have to break, or you clear the cotton candy, then you have to break the boards that's blocking the lock where you need to put the key. Uh, any melee weapon can break this, but the axe is most efficient. It will one-shot the boards on there, and then you have to put the key in. And you're like, whoa, this exit's really easy. You only need one special item, the key, because you'll find melee weapons everywhere. However, the bridge can crumble and break if you run across it. It'll break even if you're walking across it. So what I have found with the bridge is you have to crouch across, and you need to go one by one, because as you go across, like you're crouching, it'll start to crack. You can see the bridge health, and even if you're walking, the bridge health goes down a lot more than when you're crouching. If all 3 of you go on at once, the bridge will break. If even one person walks across, there will only be enough health for 2 people, even if the second one crouches across. If someone runs across, the bridge will break, and that's the only person that gets to escape. So if you want all 3 people to escape through this exit, you need to crouch one at a time across the bridge till everybody is there, and then it will barely break when the 3rd person gets there. The 4th person will not be able to get there, but crouch across, single, one at a time. If you do it all at once, the crouching will still break the bridge because it is a lot of pressure on the bridge. The stun times for heavy attacks. You don't need a headshot for these to work. The bat does 6 seconds of stun, pipe is 5 seconds, axe is 5 seconds, poker and knife are 3 seconds, but the knife does almost 2 full entire health bars for the clowns with a throwing the knife. Wrench, throwing the wrench at them, it does 7 seconds, because the charge attack for doing the wrench and the knife just lets you throw it, because if you right click you throw. So wrench, the largest stun out of any item in the game. It does 7 seconds of stun if you hit them. Frying pan 4 seconds, heavy attack stun, branch 3 seconds. And now we also, while we were testing out the wrench and the knife, we discovered some weird unique things. The burger doesn't do anything, it just explodes and breaks when you throw it. But the popsicle does the same thing as the burger, where it explodes and breaks, but it returns a random weapon. So the first popsicle I threw, we got a shotgun in return. And I have no clue if this is a bug, but I was like, wait, did it just drop a shotgun? Because we were very confused, and so I threw something else, and it spawned an energy drink, and then the next one spawned an air horn. And so this is some mechanic. If you throw a popsicle at a clown, you get an item in return. I have no clue why that is. It's most likely a bug. Keycard is 0, ammo box is 0. Spark plug, surprisingly, it actually does a 3-second stun. Medkit, nothing. Air horn, if you throw it instead of using it, stuns for 3 seconds. Key for the gate does 3 seconds, and the energy drink does a 5-second stun if you hit them, which is insane because the brick does a 5-second stun, and except for the brick can only be thrown 3 times, but the energy drink has no durability because you can just drink it. So the energy drink is just a better brick. You can stun them with the energy drink and as many times as you want, and then still drink it afterwards. Seems kind of broken, but I thought this was good info to add at the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, though. I hope you guys also, if you ever want to stop by, I'm going to be streaming this game like every day for a long time on Twitch. So if you want to come stop by, I'd love to say hi to you guys. Bye. Okay, ready. Yep. It dropped an air horn.